I thought.
Because people were still
Are we on YouTube
attacked.
right now?
We're back. I mean, we're back on just.
Are we back right now? Hey, part 2.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. When they'll start jumping back on. I think that's what happened last time. There was a video and it ended, and I'll just have to. I can kind of do some stuff behind the scenes, kind of look. But I want to get because people they'll look at it. But I want to get your reaction.
Okay. Well, I mean,
what do you? Yeah, what was your feeling about? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that. I mean,
Did it creep you out?
It's a little. Yeah, I think it's kind of like we need a Manchurian candidate, and like, oh, hey, what, Joe? What are you doing for the next 4 years?
Well, what? How's nobody seen?
How has nobody called that out?
Yeah, and you want to know where?
Because there's been.
Well, it is. How did I find it?
Okay.
Or was it?
You got people on the inside?
Was it sent to me?
By somebody? What is it?
Well, I mean, maybe by somebody. Somebody like that.
Whoa!
Hey, bud, that's my boy.
No, thanks for everybody for jumping back with us. I don't know what happened to our broadcast there. We're having some technical difficulties. Now we have a baby in the room. I don't know.
That's how fast it can happen.
I mean, that's how
you talk to your kids.
I mean,
I
don't know.
I knew better.
You just where did that baby come from?
I had a baby faster than Theo Vaughn. God. Oh man. Hey, you gonna say something? Say something in the microphone. Say, hey, what's up? What? Hey, look.
Oh,
There's
man.
Lucas.
Look in the monitor there.
Smile. Give me a smile. Give me a smile. Give me a smile. Give me a smile. He's like, what?
Turn
You're
your
super
hat around.
famous, man.
Oh, man. We're getting.
I think you got to have the podcast hat. There's the podcast hat.
What are your thoughts on the horse doping scandal?
That's what Jeffrey said. That's the exact same thing that Fro
Almost
said.
exactly what he said.
Word
Man,
for word.
what an impression there.
Yeah.
Well, they ain't gonna leave without their baby.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know why they're dropping him
They
off
have
there.
to come and get him. He's our newest member.
Well, I mean, technically, we are some of the best babysitters. Never mind. You heard it here.
No, why did you hurt his feelings?
You poked him in the eye with your nose.
Did you turn right again? What's wrong, bud? You don't know anybody. All these lights and everything. Yeah. Come here, Anna. He don't want you. He wants Anna. All right.
Fro, were you upset when you heard Ellen?
That's how Fro feels about podcasting.
You know what the baby's problem is?
I love
Lucas's issue. He started crying because I mentioned Ellen was ending her show next year, and then just right there crying about
She ended her show. She's ending her show.
Ending the show next year because she says it's not a challenge anymore. I think it's a challenge to get people to care. That's
It's not a challenge anymore.
to do the show. Is anybody else upset that Ellen's leaving?
How about the fact that you don't have any viewers? I mean, the challenge is it's insurmountable. That's why it's not a challenge.
That's why I said it's like I can't do that. Of course, it's not a challenge.
It turned from a challenge into an impossibility. That's what happened. That reminds me of this right here. Hold on.
You're not a cigarette. You're not a cigarette.
All right, Kellogg's is getting ready to celebrate Pride Month. A new heart-shaped cereal is coming out next month. It'll be available for a limited time, and this cereal is berry flavored, and the colorful pieces they're topped with glitter. For each box sold, Kellogg says it's donated $3 to GLAAD, which helps with LGBTQ acceptance. And by the way, Pride Month is in June.
So there's that.
I got an express order on a box right now.
Yeah, Amazon sold out. I sent it straight to Fro's house.
I don't eat cereal.
What?
Your kids do though.
Excuse me.
I'll make my wife get up
after
and fry
bowl
eggs
after
and
bowl.
biscuits and bacon.
You don't eat cereal. How long have you been a member of Al Qaeda?
Let me think.
Whoa, hold on.
Hey, man. Hey, look, Israel a little ticked off right now. Don't be playing around with that. I don't want to bomb him.
I meant to send you this headline so we could put it on here, but
Why don't you airdrop it to me?
No, it's too late. But
you'd be amazed.
But you know what? The first thing I said to
I've
you,
only ended broadcast twice.
Why did that camera move?
I don't know.
What the crap?
But what was the first thing I said to you on this show
never mind.
when you were like, all right, I think I want to be on the show.
Oh
tomorrow.
yeah, but I asked you about
What was the biggest problem facing-
problem? Because
Say it.
I had the anticipation
Say it.
that you actually work for the government instead of answered the phone. But I asked you, what do you feel is the biggest problem facing the United States of America?
And what did I say, Alan?
Feral cats.
Feral cats.
Do you remember that?
What happens today that the New York Post comments? Look at
ironic.
this. Chicago releases 1,000 feral cats to end reputation as rat capital of America. It's been a problem. Now it's a solution.
You know,
feral cats.
You know what solution it also does is all those cats that were in those that were just about to be laid out. Put the shrimp. So why don't we just open all the? Why don't we get rid of the? And here's how they're going to get rid of the feral cat problem. We're going to release wild dogs.
That or open more Chinese restaurants.
And
oh
man, didn't say that. We didn't say that.
I liked it.
But that's some good food. I will eat that instead of sushi.
In other news, a coyote family is now wandering the streets of the Miracle Mile.
By a coyote, you mean the actual animal?
The actual animal.
Oh, yeah, because you got to get that straight.
You got to get it right, or the media may take it somewhere, you know.
Donald Trump said it one time, and in a debate, it didn't go well. Twitter lit up.
Maybe because he tried to call it.
Did he actually say that real coyotes were carrying people across? Like, how stupid can you get?
You idiot,
you know
that's a hyena.
If the cartel could get away with it right now, I guarantee you, as many people are coming across, somebody's coming on a coyote. Literally. How do you ship them all?
You ever tried to bareback a coyote?
Easier than a mirror, man.
Anyway, you had some other. You had something else you wanted to.
Well, I did have some
jump
other.
in here.
Yeah, I had some other stuff,
Totally
man.
forgot.
I had some other stuff because I think our problems are probably pretty close to over.
Famed Olympic gold medalist Caitlyn Jenner is now entering a new race for the governor of California.
I've always been a dreamer.
California was once the envy of the world. We had what everyone else wanted. The American dream grew up here. Yet career politicians and their policies have destroyed that dream. It's been locked away, closed, shuttered, left in the dark, burned down. The government is now involved in every part of our lives. They've taken our money, our jobs, and our freedom. California needs a disruptor, a compassionate disruptor. I came here with a dream 48 years ago to be the greatest athlete in the world. Now I enter a different kind of race, arguably my most important one yet, to save California. I want to carry the torch.
No, I think,
Man.
and I think.
Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think we're going to get Governor Caitlyn Jenner? For
I actually think that.
We talked about this.
I really think Gavin now is. I think he's going to pull.
Gavin's got a lock because Caitlyn and Bruce are going to split the ticket. Boom.
That's exactly.
I know.
Because Bruce is not going to get the votes because of the. The manslaughter thing, the wreck thing.
Caitlyn.
But Caitlyn
just so new to the scene, it's
just doesn't.
I like how everybody's
have the experience.
I like how everybody's jumped on her from like Pink News. Pink News released this article. It's like
you read Pink News.
Well, I saw the headline.
I've never heard of that.
You know what? I get my news from everywhere. And
apparently,
anyway, a few years ago they said Caitlyn Jenner, proud, great woman of the year candidate. Amazing, inspirational. Fast forward about a week and a half ago, headline, same author, maybe, same news, definitely the same news. Caitlyn Jenner is a menace. And that was the actual headline. It's like, wait, hold on. You can't say that about.
Because you're really in a place where, you're you're either for it or you're not. Don't there ain't no middle. There's no middle ground. Well, especially not for him or her.
Right.
Hey, Caitlin. There's no middle ground.
There's no middle ground for that.
So what? What do you do?
Well,
It's California, and
well, that's the
this
thing.
is
Is
what, you
only
seem like what you wanted, but it's. I mean, how bad do you hate Republicans?
only in California is some of this possible where you can get like a
Right.
reality TV show. No, that's America because we got Trump in there before. But no,
But he wasn't a transvestite. It's just a little different.
Well, I know.
Perhaps he would have won a second term if he would have just went ahead and came out.
But you think of the governors we may have coming in here.
Yeah.
You may have Caitlyn Jenner coming in California.
Yeah.
You may have our buddy Matthew McConaughey in Texas.
All right. All right.
There's so much happening
Dude.
right here. It gives me hope.
Yeah, Leslie wants to move to Texas. She said something about it last week, and I didn't know why. And then
Yeah, I know. I got you.
Yeah.
Well,
Nancy, and she's all about mail-in balloting now. So she's
I've
she
watched
just
him
wants a P.O.
forever on
box there.
McConaughey. No, but I mean, honestly, what do you think happens in California? Does Caitlyn actually give Gavin a run, or is it Gavin's probably just going to walk away with it?
She's gonna win. All right,
Caitlin's going to win.
Caitlin's gonna
You think?
win.
Okay,
that's my pick.
there's a.
That's how bad this world has done gotten.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, I mean,
That's
it's just
my
so
belief.
upside down because she's running as the Republican, conservative, small government type candidate.
yeah.
And that's just it's weird because now all the attacks are coming from the same people that
Weird.
I know.
I mean,
it's just
'cause
that, like
come
you
on,
said, they're eating their own.
They always eat their own. It's now it's turned into a circular firing squad. I mean, they
It is,
can't
man.
keep
They can't
they
keep
can't,
doing
just
it.
can't keep doing it. I got to play this.
Go ahead.
If you think about it, when I was vice president with Barack, he allowed me to put together a budget for Amtrak, and it had money for high-speed rail at 200 miles an hour from Charlotte, another line going from in Florida down to Tampa, another line. If we had moved, Gov, we'd have that tunnel fixed in New York now. The money was there to get it done.
Well, I mean, I'm glad to see. I'm interested to see what he does with the infrastructure package.
It's just if he wasn't such a didn't have such oratory skills, he would probably be down in his approval rating. I think it's
Man,
the smooth
what
talk.
was it?
It's the
60,
smooth
60,
talk.
30,
He reminds me
64%?
60 some odd percent, but they only polled 75 people.
Yeah, that's right.
And they were all in Nancy Pelosi's house at a party, at a dinner party. So
He reminds me of he's died and passed on. I had a papa that was 93 years old, talked just like him.
Just like that.
Joe, he passed away like 4 weeks ago.
So I gotta ask.
So-
I gotta ask before we cut to a break. What do you see happening in California? Does Caitlyn pull out the upset against Gavin Newsom?
Or
I
does
gotta
Bruce
know.
win?
What do you or you never know.
They call me Bruce. I remember that movie. That was a good movie.
Who do you think? Comment away and let us know what you're thinking. And also ask any questions. We'll answer them. We're going to take a look at our comments here in a little while and answer any sort of questions you guys have. So stay tuned. We're going to get to all that and more.
After this, I do want to know in your comments who has seen the movie Idiocracy and who has now went back to watch it as it's
Just
now
watched it
now
a
it's
while
become a
ago.
documentary.
More STF.
Look, we all need a little fashion advice, and that's why we follow @Life with Lexi G on Instagram. She's a budding social media influencer that provides fashion, beauty, and lifestyle content. Not to mention, she's Alan's daughter, but she's building a name for herself on social media and wants to help you out as well. She'll also charm you with her amazing voice. Just check this out.
If the world was ending, you come over, right? You come over and you stay the night.
@Life with Lexi G. That's on Instagram. If you're interested in any of the products or any of the content that she's talking about, then comment or click the links in her bio. @Life with Lexi G. If you love the outdoors, then you love fishing. And the best way to keep your pond stocked is with our friends at Billy Bland Fishery. They have all the best sport fish from catfish, koi, bass, crappie. And if you want to keep that tank in your home or classroom or even the office looking good, then Billy Bland's also has a great variety of tropical fish, as well as goldfish, minnows, and much, much more, and they ship right to you. The name is Bland, but the fish are not. And you can see the selection that they have at BillyBlandFishery.com. Or give them a call. They'd love to hear from you. 870-694-4811. If you're looking to decorate your home and want it to look amazing, then Cottonwood Farm Design Company has exactly what you're looking for. Cabinets, tables, signs, and all sorts of decorations that would give your home the warm, rustic charm that you'll love and your friends will too. Check out all their designs and even make your own at one of their sign parties. Have an idea? They'll bring it to life. 5-star reviews all over the place because Cottonwood Farm Designs are built to last. Like their Facebook page, Cottonwood Farm Design Company. You can also call them 910-220-5867 or email them at cottonwoodfarmdesignco@gmail.com.
Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us, and we're sorry about the part 2 here. You're gonna have to go back and watch part 1 if you didn't.
Yeah.
Where we talked with the Russian hacker that was involved with the pipeline. We have Jordan fighting Jake Paul. You go back and check it out if you haven't.
Yeah,
and catch up on it.
We'll fix all those glitches.
Oh,
I think it was my fault.
It was your fault this time
Yep,
because last time we lost internet. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But, just really quick going back to the Caitlyn Jenner is that what really surprised me when they caught up with her about, hey, how do you feel about, some of these states banning transgender athletes from participating in the sports thing? And Caitlyn said she opposed transgender athletes playing in the opposite.
And who would know better?
I would right.
I mean, that really blew my mind. I mean,
that did surprise me.
If that doesn't tell you that it's
She
unfair.
said that the boys are definitely going to have an advantage in those sports.
And how many go on Hannity? Right. I mean, would trust to go on Hannity?
Right.
But I ran across I'm not.
Go ahead.
Teach his own,
It's okay.
but.
Go ahead.
I did run across a touching story about a trans thing.
Okay.
And I went ahead and copied it.
Okay.
And or ripped it, and I just wanted y'all to kind of see what y'all's thoughts
I'd
are.
be honored to look at it.
I've recently gone through a transition in my identity. You see, I spent the first 33 years of my life living a lie, not being true to who I really am. I was afraid because many in our society reject people like me, treat us like we're some kind of inhuman monsters. I spent most of my life thinking I was a liberal, but the truth of who I am is I'm trans-political. I've been a conservative trapped inside of a liberal's body all this time, and I am proud to be part of the trans-political, conservative, freedom-loving community. The TPCFL community is growing every day. Millions of people are waking up and realizing they're no longer liberals, and probably never were, even though that's what society pressures them to be. Dear mainstream media, pop culture, and Hollywood, quit pressuring people to be something they're not. Being trapped inside the identity of being a liberal was confining and betraying. I was miserable pretending to be someone who I wasn't. I thought I had to be a liberal. Everyone around me was. I started realizing my true identity as a conservative. But the liberal community doesn't accept trans political people like me. They're very transphobic. I was afraid I'd lose all my friends and my family would disown me. But I finally found the courage to be my true self. And since I've transitioned, I've never felt more free. But there's still challenges being part of the TPCFL community. I live in fear every day. Liberals see my people as being less than human. They're not safe to be around. They reject us, put us on blacklists, try to cancel us, and they accuse us of being exactly what they are. As hard as it is, it's worth it. I didn't want to keep dyeing my hair blue, and socialism started to not sound like such a good idea. It's like history started to seem relevant to me, where I could see every time socialism was implemented, it resulted in a horrific situation. Who I used to be in that community with regard to socialism, I just thought doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result would create a different result. That always made sense to me, as long as I didn't think about it. I used to wake up and think, how can I be more obedient today? And then I turn on the news to find out what I think for the day. But as I accepted my true identity, I realized that who I am is a person that thinks for himself. And I couldn't go back. When I was a liberal, anytime I'd see a gun, I'd go under a fear response and my genitals would retreat upward into my body cavity. And we'd all just say, why can't authorities with guns take everybody's guns? For our protection. Going through a political identity transition also involves massive hormonal shifts. Since I became self-responsible and brave, my testosterone levels have tripled. Back when I was someone who lived in fear all day, my estrogen levels were a lot higher. It's been a big hormone transition. Now I have the hormonal profile of a man. I love freedom and I love America. How about that? That feels good to say. When I'm done praying, I end the prayer with the word amen, because that's the only word that makes sense. Being in the trans political community feels like home. I identify as someone who has personal sovereignty, God-given freedom, and respects the rights of my fellow man. Going to BLM rallies and peacefully throwing bricks through windows and lovingly burning down buildings just isn't the real me. I just hope that one day those of us who are in the trans political community can get the same rights that everyone else in our society has. It'll be an uphill battle. Liberals are one of the most bigoted and segregated groups you'll ever find. I mean, they won't accept anybody who's not just like them. They'll only associate with their own kind. They're very uninclusive to the trans political community. They're very hostile towards us. I love freedom. What can I say? It feels great to be who I really am. Do I have a message for other trans political people who are still living a lie? Yes, it's safe to come out and make the transition. You've got a community who loves you. You don't have to keep pretending that all police are bad. You don't need the government to protect you from what they tell you to be afraid of. And you don't need to keep living like a scared little obedient bitch.
But I forgot, I meant to cut that.
Yeah, you didn't. You didn't.
Hey,
apologies for that.
Apologies to
everybody.
Everybody.
An apology for the length of that video.
Yeah, that
video was like the Titanic.
But it touched me. It touched.
Oh, it was
it was touching.
It was a very touching story, and I think inspirational to a few folks. But
there's few that could identify. Hey, what are you doing? What'd you say?
I have no idea what she said there.
We'll be done
in about 4 minutes.
About 4 or 5 minutes. By 5, huh?
Yeah.
We
still got one last thing to talk about, which was the guy that you were talking about. You sent to us and was like, "Hey, this is another heartwarming story. Heartwarming storming.
Go back.
Which was the poor guy that lost everything in a flood. What happened to him?
Oh yeah, he the dude that won the lottery. He wound up this dude lost everything in the flood, and it was a touching story. And that was the way it was written up about that. He went and started buying the lottery tickets, and he hit for $2 million. And
right after losing
everything. Right after losing everything. But I'm thinking, where'd you get the freaking money? Why are you buying lottery tickets? You lost everything in a flood? Or you're a freaking idiot. Yeah, you come out with $2 million. How? I want to know
if something.
Did you use insurance check for it?
No, hold on. So what if like
really made me mad?
If something happens, a lot of churches will band together and do like a love offering for. if that money went to playing the lottery and then boom, $2 million.
Man, well, they get that
like,
time.
whoa.
Yeah, we've handled stuff like that before. You say
I'm sure he
the
gave him
devil,
200,000.
The devil's had that. You
And
say the
didn't do anything
You say
with
the
it.
devil's had that money long enough. So yeah, just go ahead and do that tithe, baby. But
So two million after losing. I mean, if you're looking at where your house and everything used to be, and you go, I need the lottery. I need to go.
Where's the 7-Eleven?
The only thing that's gonna make this better is a Slurpee.
I should have
and I'll
called
just pick
Allstate,
up
but
a
I'm
card.
going to just go to 7-Eleven or eat. Where's an Easy Mart?
What if the whole
And it was a
purpose-
$20 scratch off. I don't even buy $20 scratch offs.
I only go with the 2.
Maybe 5 if I'm feeling lucky. Golly.
But yeah,
Now,
that
Fro would do 20. What's it like buying a $20 scratch off?
Say that one more time.
What's it like buying a $20 scratch off?
I never bought $20 scratch offs. Be
Have you ever
$5,
bought
$2.
Have you ever bought $4 or $5?
oh.
Why don't you just go for it?
$1, $2.
Brother Joe, I hope you're
We're
not
just
watching.
joking.
And I'll tell you, golly, I apologize. I'm going to be in so much trouble with
Yeah,
that. But I believe he was talking about a dog, I think.
Who?
That I still can't get over that guy saying that word. And I edited,
yeah.
edited
Yeah,
the
that was
video.
straight up a dog, yeah.
I edited
Don't
the
be
video
a dog.
and then forgot
Yeah.
about that. But it was about a dog.
Oh, yeah.
And we love dogs.
Yeah, we did.
So anyway.
Yeah, Fro, $2 million after you've lost everything, what's the first thing you're going to buy? After you've lost everything.
I'm going to give $1 million to Amanda, and I'm going to keep the other $1 million.
But what are you going
How
for?
are you going to
How
get
you-
that?
Yeah.
Am I going to get $2 million?
Yeah.
Play the lottery.
Who wouldn't?
All right, after you've lost everything,
So now
you
we're
win
in the mind of the guy. Now we're getting
I'm going to
we're
come
getting
borrow some money
somewhere.
from Alan.
After winning?
To buy lottery tickets.
Oh,
To buy lottery.
Okay, say you just found out you just won the $2 million. You give half to Amanda. You've just lost your house, everything in a flood. What's the first thing you're going to buy?
First thing I'm going to buy.
Cowboys tickets.
Now, you have to have. I mean, you have to have some kind of release. I mean, it takes your mind off of the loss.
Go
until
play
you
golf somewhere.
Until you go back home.
Let's go to
With
Pebble
what?
Beach,
Your
Alan.
clubs burn up.
Your
We
clubs
got
are
enough money
gone.
to buy some now. We'll go to Edwin Golf's there in Shreveport and buy some.
He's missing the
Shout
part where you
out
actually have
Edwin.
to win. Don't-
right.
Anyway.
Win.
What would you do like the guy that
Actually, I would turn liberal just so I could probably win. 'Cause
that does play a factor.
It's all
you're
it's all
oh yeah.
Well, you could just say that you had
all
been
rigged.
renting your house for the past 12 months and you would just about get most of your money back. So, apparently. So anyway, I think we're about to probably wrap
Yeah,
up here
we'll
pretty
go
quick.
ahead
But
and
we
drag
need
closer
to
down.
we probably need to throw out so we did Cottonwood, didn't we?
yes, we did Cottonwood.
All right,
we
so
did.
let's run the last two sponsors real quick.
Go ahead.
Nothing is more important than family. And we all want the best care for our loved ones. And that's what Regional Hospice Care Group of Northwest Louisiana offers. Quality and compassionate care from a wonderful staff that's dedicated to families. They have a full-time physician on staff that even makes house calls. Located in both Minden and in Shreveport. Regional Hospice Care Group of Northwest Louisiana. Let them care for your family. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in Magnolia or the surrounding area, or you're in search of some rental property, then Brent and Courtney McHenry can help. They offer free comparative market analysis to help you determine the value of your property and can help you find the perfect buyer. They also work with rental property owners and can help you find the property that's right for you. Plus, they offer very valuable advice. They're good friends of ours, and we hope you give them a try. 870-234-1644. And let Brent and Courtney McHenry see how they can help you.
No, thank you everybody for hanging in there all the way with us. Go ahead, shout out to everybody. Don't forget, if you're going to be around Magnolia in the area, then the Blossom Festival this weekend. I'll be out there.
Will you be doing
Get you a steak.
Are you going to do a man on the street?
I don't know. It just depends.
Dude, you need to.
I'll
That
be a
was so
little
good.
busy. I'll be helping, man. I volunteer with stuff, bro.
I know it. But you that's how you can get in with more man on the street stuff.
I may have
Cobble some stuff
equipment.
together.
I may have some equipment.
Yeah.
ready to go.
Also, I mean, you'll know who to ask. You know, there'll be a few people probably give some pretty good answers.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I gotta
You
come
know
up
what
with some
time?
questions.
It's about time to get a guest on here.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I was thinking about.
Who we gonna get?
I was thinking about calling Jeffrey. Or
we
ain't had that dude back in a minute. Well,
You know what?
we had him back. We had him one time. I think him. I mean, Dusty, but
Yeah.
Jeffrey Orby.
Dusty just got
Can we
married.
have a
Mike,
politician on there?
A what?
A politician.
Can we?
Yeah, could we? Can we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead. If they're willing to step into the hot seat and
Yeah,
sit where
that
you
would-
just were, we may have to disinfect first.
Dude, I mean, he can try.
Okay.
Who is it?
I may have somebody.
No.
I got a friend that works for
Hold on.
politician. So.
Okay.
Oh, well, I got a friend that works for a politician. Matter of fact, we've been podcasting with him for about 5 years.
Dane Jordan out here. No, but we
But,
appreciate everybody for
yeah.
joining in with us. And if you don't mind going back and clicking share on this video, and go back and watch part 1 where I apologize for the inconvenience of
We'll work it
going.
out.
Yeah, we'll get there. It's all one big video. But
Yeah.
if you don't mind, and then you can always write in. We're going to do fan questions at some point. I had some here, and some were directed specifically for Fro, but they got misplaced. But I'll print them off again.
We're still working on this deal. It's going to be legit one of these days, and we're going to have more than 10 people watching. We'll figure it out. If you got, this is a dangerous question, but if you have suggestions for our podcast, for our live stream,
We're always open for stuff.
Absolutely.
It changes week to week anyway.
It really does. Well, now that's the whole deal. I think I got the setup to where we do not have to move anything, because a lot of people don't know that I kind of rebuild this almost every week.
Every time.
And I freak out and I come down and I'm sweating like crazy.
Yeah.
And we put it together and we just kind of cobble it together.
It's glistening. It's just glistening.
But anyway, we'll figure it out. We're gonna have it set up. And Anderson's gonna decorate the room for us. We got some stuff coming. So
we got some big plans, and we got a green screen. We're gonna be doing some skits at some point.
Yeah, yeah. And we're still waiting on Seth Miller to get us some kind of maybe some kind of STF. Something
what's up with
other,
that?
some little wood stuff here. We got this wood desk. You could put something here. Seth probably got some ideas, and we'll even hang a price tag from it, just like we used to do with our hats. So we'll do that. So,
And our website's going to be up and going better. I mean, it's already up and going, but we're going to rebuild it and do some cool stuff. And then we're going to have some merch. There's one hat.
Yeah, I'm gonna
right
hook up
there.
with the store that they're just gonna take our stuff and they're gonna create T-shirts, and they're gonna take their artistic license with it. So we can have the stuff set up, and also those who are donating to the show, we appreciate that. We thank
you.
our sponsors.
You're
and the
welcome.
one and you're very much speaking to the mic. Think you'd have got the hang of that by now, but anyway, we're gonna have a place where you can just donate straight
5 years.
to. You can do it straight to STF, and once we get kicked off the air, because it's coming,
yeah.
we're gonna embed, and you're just gonna go straight to
Straight to the
smalltownfamous.com and watch us there.
We own that domain.
We own it. All right.
No, thanks to
This is about
everybody
time.
for tuning in, and again, suggestions for the show. Write into us for any questions, Miss Nelda, anything. We'll get them all answered. We'll have a lot of fun and interact with the show all you want next time. But we appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're Small Town Famous, and we are out.